I noticed that I don't always take my partner's advice, and he's very smart. And it's not even that I don't always take it. I don't even always want to hear it or listen to it or follow through with it or even like I don't want to take it on as work. I don't want to change my behavior. I don't want it coming from him. Like there's all this resistance. Why? I appreciate him. I respect him. I I think he's right a lot of the times. I know no one could be right all the time, but I don't even want to I don't want it. And I love to talk about my problems. And I noticed that I'm going to turn it binary a little bit. Like women tend to love talking about their problems, and men feel it almost feels like it's just unnecessary. What is it going to give me, right? Like the problem is the problem. It if I can't find a solution, I need to just do my work and find a solution. This is what I'm guessing. And also, I'm talking about it in a very binary male versus female way, really because I was raised that way. And it's not that I just agree with it that men are always like this and women are always like this. Nothing's always right. But I don't even know if that's actually how it works at all. But because I was raised that way, I was trained that way, no matter how far I get from it, I still came from that place. So you'll never really be able to tell from me or really my generation what a female really is or what a male really is, because we've been introduced to that concept and trained in that concept in different ways. So anyway, I think I went off a little bit. To me, it's like you were born in a specific country with specific traditions or a specific religion. Why do you feel that way? You'll be able to pull away from that tradition and that country and that religion if you want, but it takes a lot of work. And I don't know how far. Like it's very rare that people go really far away from what they grew up with, even though I am not 100% how I was raised to be female. If my parents were to judge that, they'd be like, she's not even female at all, because the way they were trained, and so on and so forth, obviously. But in my partnership, we do have that binary. I like to talk a lot about feelings and problems, and him not so much. So we fit into that category. So why do I like talking about it if I don't want the solution? And I don't want anything. I know that we've been like talking about this to death. It's like it's an old stand-up joke. Like, I'm telling you the answer. Why don't you want the answer? Why are you asking me anyway? So I had to think about, why do I bring it up? Why does it help to talk about it? And to me, it helps. It's so warm to include someone in your process. You can't do it about absolutely everything. You can't do it about everything at work because, you can't bring every single problem to this one person, but it really helps. It's very warm to have someone join in that. And it helps the process. It helps. I really want questions and follow-ups and encouragement, like, oh, you've done this before. What happened the last time? Or why are you having trouble with this? And I want to be seen and heard, like, oh, I see that this is going on. And maybe that sounds childish, but it really works for me because I just want to sit in the warmth of the problem. Every problem, like, I actually think we know the answer. We know, or we're gonna know. So why do we resist the advice? Because that's not what we're looking for in the partner. We're by giving me the answer, you're going, oh, you don't know the answer. You'll never know the answer. Here's the answer. Just do it my way. That's what it feels like a little bit. And by giving me the answer, you're not giving me the experience of getting to know like, I want you to get to know me in that. Why is that a problem for you? How do you see it as a problem? Where do you usually go with this problem? And that's just a conversation that I actually enjoy having, which could sound very, very strange because current boyfriend, the males in general around my age, I think they see questions as interrogations. I think they see it as like somebody coming at you and being invasive, and I could see why. And also the way that I think we grew up, people used and I'm not just talking about me and him. I'm talking about like I think our generation and in general, I think we're changing it now, but the way we grew up is once we share that vulnerability of what problem we're having or what we like, it ends up being used against us. And I think couples do that with each other as well. So, got to stop doing that. So, I don't know. I think I'm a little bit supposed to take advice because partners do help you get better. I mean, it's gross how long it took me to try Notebook LM. I bet he was trying to tell me over the course of years, probably. And once I started using it, I was like, of course, yeah, of course. He knows what he's talking about, but I still have my own timing. I still feel uncomfortable with changes, so it might take me a while. And maybe I just wasn't ready. And I think all we can do for each other is not take it personally because he's not taking my advice either. And I'm pretty smart. I think he respects me. But sometimes I repeat myself also. And it's like, well, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, just don't take it serious. Don't take it personally. Take it seriously. Don't take it personally. Because I think I'm in a good relationship mostly and a lot because there's good intention everywhere. There's respect. There's a good thought behind whatever it is that comes out of our face. And I think we are adjusting to each other the amount that like you can as a different person. So he does ask me more questions because he knows I like it. I know that it's probably uncomfortable because, you know, if you don't talk like that, you just don't talk like that. And I do listen so much more carefully to the tech stuff, but I can't get it in me as quickly or as much as he can. And so he has to remember that, and I have to remember this. And oh, and you all have to remember to click the buttons in front of you. Why not? Listen, if you made it until this part of the video, either your hands are dirty and you can't click next or off or whatever, or that wasn't bad and you might want more. And 50% of you are subscribed. Hey, other 50%. Come on over to this side. It's warm. I'll ask you some questions, but only as many as you want. I hope. Okay, thanks. Bye.